Hi there, I'm David Wilson, brand ambassador and lead trainer for Isuzu UTE Australia's iVenture Club. And today we're going to delve into the mysteries of tyre pressures. Today we're exploring critical pressure information, and that can be found on the Tyre Placard, which is located on the driver's side door pillar. The placard, contains critical information about things like the original tyre size, the speed rating and the load index, along with recommended cold inflation pressures. Here's a simple guide for you when venturing onto different terrains. And let's start in the first instance with the high-speed dirt roads, the gravel roads if you like. Now, I'm a great fan of starting off with my placarded pressures for the bitumen, and typically they'll be in the early 30 psi margin, and dropping 20% off that pressure and slowing down by the same margin. So that's going to take you into the realm, depending on your vehicle, somewhere in the mid to low 20 psi mark. That gets the tyre nice and soft, so when the rocks and the gravels impact the tyre, they don't damage the tyre. But remember, speed is critical. You need to slow down by that same 20% margin. Let's talk about sand now, and in another of our tips series, you'll see a whole section dedicated to sand driving. But in this instance, when it comes to pressures for sand, we need to look to do a bit of a drop. And in fact, it might be as much as 50%. I usually kick my day off on the sands at around 20 psi, but I'm ready to incrementally reduce the pressures as it gets tougher. You ought to try it too. Another environment you're likely to bump into at some stage is mud, but the pressure regime is pretty close to that you'll use for the sand driving. So you might start at around 20 psi and incrementally let the tyre down to stretch the length of the footprint and pick up some extra purchase. Works for me. Certain Isuzu D-MAX and MU-X models come equipped with something called Tyre Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS. It's a really great addition to the car because it provides real-time monitoring of tyre pressures and advises of a loss of pressure. Even the spare wheel is fitted up with one and will recalibrate its pressures after a tyre change. The TPMS system displays pressures visually. Grey is normal, yellow is low, and red is critical. It gives you ample warning to fix a problem that may be emerging. Additionally, those same Isuzu vehicles have the tyre refill assist function, which aids you to the right pressure by pulsing the hazard flashes and also offering up an audible alert when you hit the placarded pressure. Adjusting your tyre pressures correctly is paramount to maximising your vehicle's on and off-road potential. For more how-to videos and 4x4 tips, visit the Isuzu UTE Australia website, and you can also stay connected and join up with Isuzu owner events at iVenture Club, and you'll find that at iventureclub.com.au.